100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
You got a mini base. Hey, 10. Hey, 10. Right.
Here's Fields to throw. Nice gain left side. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Garindo running between the tackles. And that's good for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Easy. Out, let's go. Out. Go.
Off play action. It's Fields. That's caught by Chris Olave. It's inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
EQ. Right.
First down from the red zone. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll fight for what he can to the 15. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going run again with Jacobs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
18 Rattler. Check go.
Now Ritter. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Working quickly here.
19 tight. 19 light. Warrior 70.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Trap 60. Ready.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice game by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. They stick with Jacob. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Pass
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. And he's finally taken down the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through.
Touchdown, New York! Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like you'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action, Fields. Connection made to Isaac Guerrero. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Angel. Mayday.
Fields on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Up. 11. Delta. Up.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. On target to Guerrero. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Easy. West right, 10. Yep. Hey, 10. Right.
Another throw for Fields. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Delta. Hey, never mind. Monday. Hey, 551. Hey, 10.
From the red zone now. pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
That's right. Go.
Another try following the sack. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not? Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. All right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Mickey kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Ritter. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Set go.
Jacobs running behind center. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pick up of 14 yards as the chains reset. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
70 reach. Ready. Check, Bobcat.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Big gain downfield. He has the New York touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Easy. Out, let's go. Out. One strike. Set.
Looking to throw Fields. Gets everything he has under this throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up, 1st and 10. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. They get it right back, that's intercepted. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Minute.
First down throw for Fields. He's trying to go deep again. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields escapes his grasp. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming.
Here we go. It's big.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Takes it in at the 26. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They've got a man in motion. Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Blown back, it's the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Running right, here's Jacobs. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Get up.
Ritter setting up to throw. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that extends their lead to 14.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? West right fit.
A pistol snap. Fields. Hauled in by Musgrave. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. From the 35 on 2nd down. Caught quickly on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Trying again following the sack. Olave with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Off play action, it's Fields. Into the hands of Olave. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, 551. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Set. Buffalo 18. Ready.
A handoff to Tracy. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go now. Track at 60.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Cut 19. Go.
2nd and 8. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go, Shaq. Ready.
This is Tracy. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
60 Mavericks. Let go.
Here's a give to Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hawk 70.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
18, Pioneer. 79, Bronco. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Hut, hut.
He's back to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a 4th down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
After the penalty, let's see how their composure is on this 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Chap, 19 Lion. And up.
Looking to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Saints losing by 7. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Chip's clear. You got a mini base. Why not? Hey, Ken.
He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Easy. Up, let's go. Alpha, 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 alpha. One strike. EQ. Right.
Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
Woo! I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Don't lie. Angel. Mayday. Go.
Looking to throw it. They get him again, and this time it's for points. That is going to be a safety. Brock, I know you're a big fan of referencing baseball. Well, I believe that was 3 sacks, and they're out. Or in this case, get off the field following that safety.
No, that's a good call right there. You want baseball, Kate? I'll give you baseball. You know what that was? That was the equivalent of an immaculate inning in baseball. 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts, you're out. Back-to-back sacks. That's immaculate. And I don't think we'll see it again in this game. When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They've got to keep moving quick here.
On gain of a yard, brings up 3rd and 1.
So the Giants come away with the win. They did their